had been browsing online for electronics and found a seller offering a used tablet at a good price. The messages were polite, the kind of casual conversation you expect when arranging a local pickup. We agreed to meet the next afternoon at their apartment, which wasn't far from my own. When I arrived, the street was unusually quiet. I parked and walked up to the building, noting that the neighborhood looked slightly run down but nothing alarming. I knocked on the door and it opened almost immediately. A woman in her 30s greeted me. She smiled politely, held the tablet in both hands, and motioned for me to follow her inside. The apartment smelled faintly of cleaning products mixed with something I couldn't place. It was tidy, almost unnaturally so. I glanced around and every surface was spotless. It didn't feel like a home, it felt staged. The woman handed me the tablet and we exchanged a few words about the condition and specifications. She asked where I lived and what I did for work. At first, it seemed like small talk, but there was an intensity to her gaze that made my chest tighten. After I paid her, I turned to leave, but as I did, I overheard her speaking quietly on the phone in another room. I couldn't make out everything, but a few words made my stomach drop. "They got it," she said. Then, almost whispering, "Yes, just like we planned." I froze. My mind raced. Who was we? What had been planned? Was it something as simple as an inside joke or something far more sinister? I thanked her quickly and left, walking briskly back to my car. My heart was pounding, and I kept glancing over my shoulder as if someone might be following me. The first night, I tried to brush it off as paranoia. Maybe it was nothing, I told myself. But the next day, I started noticing small things. A car parked near my building that I hadn't seen before. Shadows lingering in the corners of my street. Footsteps behind me that stopped when I stopped moving. Every time I checked my security cameras, nothing appeared, but the feeling never left me. Over the next few weeks, the tension built. I began avoiding meeting any sellers in person. I changed my routines, leaving for work at different times, taking unusual routes, and locking every door multiple times before leaving and before sleeping. Still, every noise, the creak of a floorboard, the hum of my fridge, even distant footsteps in the hallway, made my heart race. Then one night, I heard soft tapping on my window. My apartment is on the 3rd floor, and there was no way anyone could have reached it from the outside. I froze, staring at the dark glass. The sound stopped after a few seconds. I didn't sleep that night. Weeks later, I noticed subtle signs that someone had been in my apartment while I wasn't home. A book slightly moved, a chair angled differently, small objects out of place. Nothing missing. Nothing broken. Just rearranged. Whoever it was seemed to know exactly how I moved through my space. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a neighbor, maybe it was nothing. But deep down, I knew the voice I overheard. They got it, yes, just like we planned, wasn't innocent. That day, I had given someone a small piece of information. My presence, my routine, my address. And now, someone else had used it. Every time I sit quietly in my apartment, I feel a shadow in the corner of my vision. Every small sound makes me jump. And sometimes, late at night, I think I hear a whisper, faint and deliberate, as if someone is recalling my movements, my routines, my very life. I haven't contacted the seller again. I don't plan to. But every time I leave my apartment or come home, I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me, watching, waiting. And I know that whoever said, just like we planned, might still be out there, patient and unseen, keeping track of me.